First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Taylor gives it to Chubb. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now a man who really stepped up last year, this is Matt Breida. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 26. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They run with David Montgomery, the third-round pick from Iowa State. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now they'll throw with Taylor. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Taylor. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Oliver in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. On 3rd and goal, Taylor. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding into 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
following the field goal on his Lock Edwards to kick it away.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Set. Henry. Yes, Mike.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Go. 6 yards. 58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. I hope you brought your lunch, because I'm about to take you to school. 6. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Taylor. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 1 yard.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Taylor. Shark's got it, left side. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. And it looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From the 29, Brissett finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On first down, Hines, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, 2nd best in the league, and they'll try it here.
Mike, 58, right there.
Now Brissett on 4th down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
58 for Mike, 58.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. His throw. What about the 5? And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Taylor going to throw again. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it.
Tackle. Alert 3. 58, right over there. Yeah.
Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. On 1st down, Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brissett. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Brandon, my man, just 1 sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now Taylor. Forced out to his left. He's got the Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Now Brissett. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Sit the arm. Hey, watch the slant. Mike,
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
set, ready. 54, Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
First down, Brissett. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Metcalf once again the target, and now it's 2nd down.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey.
Brissett now. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A first down throw for Brissett. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. some trouble, and he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Y'all playing the wrong football. 58, right over there, Yeah. Mike, 58.
To throw, Brissett. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Samson Abukum in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And the pressure gets to him again. Samson Abukum able to record his 5th sack of the season.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. He's going to fire one deep left side, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Taylor.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And 6 yards to go.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now Taylor. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Slam, slam. Hey, swing. Swing, come. Go. Some motion, one.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now this throw caught left side.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now, Brissett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Hines. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Let's go,
the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Taylor, he'll have a 1st down past the 40. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a 1st.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man. Check. 55 to mine.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line.
You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Dexter Lawrence brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Dancing to his left, and he's going to go down again. Dexter Lawrence in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long. It's Taylor. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, D.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together some... Taylor hit. He lost the football, but I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Here's Taylor. $16 yards, a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Wahoo! Let's go.
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Again, it's Taylor. He's going to let it fly. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything.